My name is Samantha Ortiz, and today I will be reading an excerpt from my short story, Sharp Spaces. Maya knew her mother would be home from her Saturday shift at the local 50s themed diner, Early Bird, by midnight. She checked the clock. It was only 5 p.m. Maya wondered about the things her mom did as a teenager. If she ever met strange men at movie theaters, if she ever laughed with them or went home with them or held their hand. Maybe that's how Maya happened. Is that all so bad? She took a deep breath. Yeah, sure. Are you coming over? No, I have to get ready too. Meet me at the movie theater off Benson at 6? Maya agreed and hung up. The full-length mirror on the inside of her closet exposed her baggy jeans and light green tank top. She looked back at the photo of the two men. She'd never felt the need to impress someone more than she did at that moment. She wanted to look older and more mature, too. She imagined all the clothes Nina was probably sifting through. Whenever they went to the mall together, Maya brought her purse full of her savings, always between $20 and $80, and Nina brought her mom's credit card. It was always Macy's first, then Wet Seal, and Charlotte Russe. They slowly made their way down the financial ladder until Maya could afford something. They usually settled at Rave or some other bargain bin store. She settled for high-waisted mom jeans, a pink strappy satin top, and her clear jelly shoes. She let her curly brown hair lay loose along her shoulders. Her purse was full of chokers she wanted Nina's opinion of, lip gloss, and a small switchblade her mother gave her when she turned 14. Men will want you, and some may hurt you. If they ever want to touch you and you don't want them to, take this out and tell them to back off. Her mother clicked a button on the side and a sharp piece of metal flew out of hiding. Maya stared at the knife as it almost glistened in the sunlight, peeking through the living room window. Her mother made stabbing motions, which made Maya laugh at the time, but there she was, putting the knife in her purse anyway. Nina didn't specify where at the theater she wanted Maya to meet her, so Maya chained her bike to a rack near the entrance and went in. The movie theater was lit across the room with neon stripes, and her shoes sunk into the various designs on the carpet. There were a few different lines to buy tickets, and Maya picked the longest one to give Nina enough time to get there. A small girl and her father stood in front of Maya. The child looked up at the father, holding his hand excitedly. He smiled at her and reached down to pick her up. "Which movie do you want to see, baby?" The father spoke softly and bounced her up and down. Nina tapped Maya on the shoulder, causing Maya to miss what movie they chose. She wore a blue satin spaghetti-strap dress and chunky white heels. Her eyeshadow was smoky and she wore a black choker. Maya pulled out her matching black choker and slipped it on while Nina leaned in. Her high ponytail swung forward, and her front strands tickled Maya's cheek. "I think they're over there." Nina rubbed Maya's back and tapped her right shoulder to look over. Two men stood with their backs turned. "He told me they were going to be in red." They each held a small bouquet of roses and looked off towards the concession stand. Nina held her hand out for Maya and pulled her out of the line. "I bet they totally bought our tickets already. Let's go." The closer they got to these men, the older they looked. Their posture was slouched and their clothes had small stains, both things not visible from far. Maya tried to discern between the brown hair and gray hair when Nina made their presence known. They turned around and Maya almost dropped her purse. They had to be in their mid-30s, at least. Maya's heart pounded and she started to back away, but Nina pulled her close by the hip. The one with the blonde hair spoke first. "Wow, ladies, you both look great." His voice was low and smooth. Maya found herself adjusting her clothes, trying to cover up as much as possible. Nina seemed nervous as she clung onto Maya. Maya could feel Nina's nails digging into her side. "Thank you." Nina's voice quivered slightly. The men gave their roses to the girls and walked behind them.